Yeah, good evening. Welcome to Bharadwaj Institute for this small discussion about the preparation strategies to be adopted. Yeah, we the faculties or the team of faculties during the class we tell how to prepare and go ahead. But that is based on individual subjects. But a student who has cleared all 8 papers with All India rank in the year of tough result is not an easy one. Okay, yeah, she is the one who made it even in the year of tough results and through, of course, online classes and, of course, through 6 7 months of preparation. Okay, I welcome Divya for this small presentation about what strategies she adopted. Even we would like to know or learn what strategies you adopted for preparing, for revising, for making this examination a successful one for you. I request Astaf sir because he is the person behind this entire thing. Okay, so because he has taken for 350 marks, I request Astaf sir to give a small intro. Then Divya will start. Welcome Divya, welcome Astaf sir, and welcome students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Yes, today it is a Divya day, so I don't want to talk much because we were been meeting most of you over the classes. So first of all, I am very happy that Vidya got the All India rank. Let me tell everyone very frankly, she is the one student where contacting us via WhatsApp, even in a morning or afternoon or evening. Whenever she is having doubt, she directly WhatsApp. Mostly she will WhatsApp because we encourage students to WhatsApp. So generally she asks, and I want to share one thing also. See, when tests and all conducting, if any doubt when she got wrong answer, she is regularly asking, "Sir, why this answer went wrong? Can you help me? Can you share me the correct answer?" That means she is regularly and seriously involved that she should pass. Yes, it is the day where the result came and she is there in the top of the result. We as a faculty are feeling extremely very happy and proud. So thank you, PC sir, for giving me a small intro. So I don't want to talk much on Divya. She will tell about all her strategy because we as a faculty, when we tell mostly in classes, students will feel that is it at all possible or whether we will be able to score such a great mark or a great result. Yes, Divya will tell in your language how the preparation and especially the stress students especially because of the online exam they went lot of stress because there is an anxiety about when the exam will conduct hall ticket and few students exams are conducted in the second cycle, so there are a lot of that institute bring the opt out, lot of students got exam center around 100 kilometer 200 kilometer distance, so they went different kinds of stress. So by overcoming all these, because I would like to tell if a student who pass at this attempt, the student will be a good manager because a manager is a person who able to tackle all the different situations. There will be crisis will come. You should be a good crisis manager. There will come when a good boom or whatever happened. You should be a best manager. So definitely, I wish all the students who are all completed this time. Wish you all the best, and I invite PC sir to officially invite Divya for the event. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, winner is a person who is won, who will not leave it because there was initial hiccups in getting the serial care assigning during the COVID situations. But she was continuously following up, and Astaf sir was guiding in the whole process. She had a lot of patience both in learning as well as in practicing the things. Okay, it's all the 1%. Of course, the first part that we contribute, and of course, the 8 subjects learning and going for exam and passing, that entire credit goes to student. Now, yeah, we do not want to take much of time. I request Divya to give your ideas, your views about how to prepare, okay, how to strategize for getting the best mark when you, of course, especially go for final level examinations. Thank you, Divya.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank Astaf sir and PC sir for such kind words and such a warm introduction. PC sir was telling is just 1% that faculty does, but I feel that it's 50% that they do. Yes, I was constantly messaging Astaf sir, PC sir for the doubts, and they were very quick with the responses. So that helped me cover it then and there and then move forward and get clarity on the topics in detail. So to all the people, to all the students who are writing it in this attempt, yes, online exams can be painful. They will stress you out because it's a new mode. But we can do it because we are with technology. We are the generation that is tech savvy. So we'll do it. Be it any way, we have prepared our bit and we can do be it any changes in the exam pattern, mode of exam. Till we are confident about our preparation, we'll be able to do it. So just few things that helped me in my preparation were one was revision. We all prepare, but we don't give adequate time for revision. So how I divided my time was I had kept for the first level of reading, I have kept 6 days or 5 to 6 days for each subject. I did everything in that subject. I covered the little theory that we study, the entire problem aspects, the formulas and everything. And then I kept 2 days at least, or at least one day for revision of each subject. If you are very well on time and if you can do a second revision, then that would be extremely good because by the time you once complete studying, no, it will all be mixed up in your brain. But once you go for the first revision, then you'll be able to sort it out. You'll be able to I like to say you'll be able to put it in compartments of your brain, and when you see the question, it just clicks, okay, this is from this box, and I have to just apply it here, and then I'll get it. So give adequate time for revisions. You still have 3 months. If you're giving one group, then you have ample time, but you need to use it wisely. And if you're giving two groups, you still have ample time. It's just that give your all in those 3 months. Make it like cut all the other distractions. Give it 8 to 10 hours a day. So that would be helpful. And second thing, what you can do is start maintaining a book, maybe a very thin book for each subject, or in a book, just have 2, 3 subjects. Note down all the important formulas pertaining to that subject. Not important, I'll say all the formulas or all the methods. Like how in SFM we have Forex. So in Forex, whatever divisions that you have, just two-liners, very brief pointers. So this you should do while you are doing the first level of study because at then you have a lot of doubts in your mind, and once you start writing it down it becomes a lot clearer, and while in revision if you just see through those notes that would be helpful. And in exam also, like if you will be giving 8 papers, you will have hardly have time to study or to go through everything because you'll just have few hours. You'll come from the paper, next day again you have to appear. So that book would be a really helpful book. Make sure to cover everything in that book. It might be a little painful while writing, but make sure to give that time, like while you are doing the first level of preparation. Then one thing that would help is, see, we all give 8 to 10 hours, but there will be few days where you will not be able to give 8 to 10 hours. You will have a family commitment or you will have some other stress that you are dealing with. Give 6 hours, give 5 hours that day. Just push yourself to do a little. Two things might happen. Either while doing a little, you might feel like, okay, I can give that full potential. Or at least at the end of the day, you will be like, okay, I at least tried for the little, and make sure to give yourself break also on those days. Maybe study in the first half, second half, just relax, watch a movie, don't start a series. If you are starting a series, make sure to stop at one episode. Don't go beyond that because that's something that we need to keep in mind when we start. Make sure that your entertainment or your break time is also something that doesn't prolong your itself much. Make it a quick breaks. Quick breaks in between would help. Then yeah, you can also asking doubts. WhatsApp sir, WhatsApp all the sirs. They are very active on it. They reply very instantly. In my inter, I was a little shy for the first group whether I should message or not. But do that. Whenever you have doubts, ask it, clear it then and there, so that it doesn't keep on piling up. So that because there might be a chance that question comes in exam and then you feel guilty about it. So better do it now. Ask doubts, get that clarity then and there, and also if while you are preparing, if a topic is taking most of your time, if you are feeling stuck in that topic, then leave it for a while. Maybe take a 15-minute break, see if you can go back again, or else leave it for once, complete the other topics, and then at the end, while you are on the last day of the subject, make sure to cover that or just read through that. And in while this was more also related to the preparation part, one thing like regarding exam part, what you can do is if you are writing 8 papers together, or if you are writing one paper, one group also, make sure that you give at least yourself 5 to 6 hours of sleep. Because if you keep studying and if you don't give yourself that 6 hours of sleep, then you'll not be that active in exam. And our papers are like that. You can't study whole thing. You need your brain to be active at those 3 hours. Those are the most crucial 3 hours. And don't get disheartened if your center is very far. This time there was only one center that was not very near, but not it was far. I'll say it was 20-25 kilometers from my place. But see, that's not in our control. The mode of examination, where our center will be, how much traffic will be there while we reach, that is not in our control. So we should not be stressing about that. What is in our control is how we prepare, how well we rest ourselves. So let's just worry about that. Let's just focus on that while we are preparing. And no matter how much ever someone tells you that you have to do it or you can do it, you need to build that voice in yourself also that yes, I can do it. I have given my inter, I have cleared it, I can do it for my final also. And if you're someone who's going to write inter, then you have given exams before. This is a slightly advanced version, but you can still do it. You saw something in the course and that you saw something in yourself, and that's why you enrolled, right? So just given your all these 3 months, cut down all the outings, all the movies to the maximum extent possible. Keep them to 5% of your time, that or maybe 10% maximum. Because after 3 months, those will still be there. Your friends will still be there to call you for outings. The movies will still be there and you can binge watch them later. But this time, your exams would have been gone by now, and you'll not get the time to work on your results or work for achieving those 3 letters before your name. So these 3 months are just for that. Just give it then, and keep motivating yourself in between. Yes, I can do it. No matter how hard it is, I'm going to give it a try. No matter whatever people tell about the examination centers or the mode of examination, I'm going to give it a try. And I'll see how it happens. I'll just give my 100%. And also in papers, like there were few papers where I was not very sure of how the question is or what exactly the right answer is. I just had a rough idea. Okay, this might be related to this topic. If you have that idea, just write something. Don't leave it blank. There might be questions you feel like, okay, I've not studied this, where exactly this. You need not be 100% sure, but if you know something, write it there. At least don't leave it blank. And time management in the paper in those 3 hours would be a crucial thing. We have 40 marks for 40 marks MCQs. Make sure you give them maximum 1 minute each. So your time management should be ideally how I followed was 30 to 40 minutes max for MCQs. If like for our CFR paper, the MCQs were very lengthy. So there was no chance we could complete it in 30 to 40 minutes. So I also got lost and I spent 60 minutes there. But don't do that. I did it then. I'm telling you, don't do that here. Make sure once it's 40 minutes up, you have 1 hour, 20 minutes, 1 hour, 40 minutes left. Stop there. How much ever MCQs you have done, that's enough. Just move to the next section, because see, those will give you 1 mark each, but there are chances that there would be a 12 mark that you completely know, and you can do it in even lesser time, and you can just score that entire 12 marks. So make sure to do that. Make sure that you allocate and plan your time. If 40 minutes I'm done with the MCQs, remaining 1 hour 40 minutes, I'll divide it over the 60 marks. Whatever time it comes to, I'll give it only those time. I'll not extend it far beyond. And if in the exams, if you exceed like one section you didn't take care, or if you got lost, and if you exceed the time, don't lose heart. Okay, it happens. Now I'll not lose it. Just keep pushing yourself. Okay, I can do it. Okay, I spent a little more time, but there is still some time and I can cover it up. So time management will help, and make sure to rest yourself properly. Make sure to eat properly eat at least something before you go to the exam halls. If it's a morning exam, have a light breakfast, because or else you will feel giddy, because that's something I experienced on the first paper. I felt a little giddy because I didn't eat well. So make sure you don't do that mistake. Have some chocolates in your paper. Pop one before going into the exam hall. That sugar will help you to feel fresh and energized throughout the exam. At least the first half, it will help you energize. And Yeah, MCQs, we have 40 marks. So make sure that you book backs you do, and we have bit questions, you can refer them. Don't go too much into the problems given in the bit questions because those might not get repeated, but at least the theory questions like the 1 marks which have straight answers, make sure to go through them. Because problems are again in the bit question lengthy. So you should not waste your time while preparation also. Yeah, that's major part that I wanted to cover. If you guys have any questions or anything in specific you want to ask, you can definitely ask them.
Thank you, Divya, for the short and wonderful thing. Now the participants, you can unmute now and you can ask your doubts with Divya. If there is any specific doubt on how to prepare this particular topic or how to crack this, or I feel it tough in this particular paper, or which one to study, all those aspects, of course, you can definitely ask her. She'll be the right person to guide you.
Sir, I just saw a message. It's from Narayan Reddy regarding the paper pattern of CFR. It's a normal standard pattern for every subject, 40 marks MCQs, then 5 12 marks, and there will be, 4 12 marks, out of which you will get 6 questions. And the sixth question will be a theory question where most of the times it is a theory question, and in that you will have 5 options, so you'll have to choose one, like choose 4 and write those 4. The other questions will be normal problem based questions. There might be, like, as this is a online exam, there might be a 1 or 2 subdivision where it might be a short theory asking to explain a topic, or if say the question is related to AS17, it might be just briefly describe what is AS17, how is this applicable in the present scenario. And then there will be section D, which will have the case study, and it will again have subdivisions. That was the pattern while I was appearing.
You can send a personal chat to Divya ma'am, or you can just unmute and ask the doubts.
Yes, unmuting would be a little helpful because there's some issue. I'm not able to see all the messages. So if you can unmute and ask, that would be great.
Madam, how to prepare CFR subjects?
CFR, see, what I did is I covered the accounting standard past first because that was a little easy for me. Like that was something which I found a little relatable, little easy to do. So maybe you can divide on what parts you find easy, cover them first so that they are your strong part, and then go for the hard ones. There you'll have valuation part also in CFR, like you'll have valuation of goodwill and shares. So first you can maybe do the AS, then go to valuation of, then you can come for business combination, and last you can keep valuation of goodwill and shares.
Be quick in asking the questions. Let us not have any lag in the meeting. I request you to be quick and unmute and you can ask the questions.
Madam, can you tell me how to prepare direct tax?
Direct tax, there will be 5 heads you will have, then you will have 30, you'll have 70-30 breakup. 70% is for the RI taxation, 30% for the NR taxation. So see, I didn't find NR taxation very easy. So I did it at the end. But if you find NR taxation a little easy, like the transfer pricing part and all, then cover that first because there will be a considerable weightage there. If not, you can start with the 5 heads. 5 heads, you need not focus much on, because I didn't focus much on salaries because that was not very much tested, and HP also for individuals. Rather PGVP, CG were the portions where you can find a little weightage, and then there will be also compliance aspect like TDS rates and because this time there were a lot of questions from TDS. So you can go through the TDS and TCS aspects and other compliance related subdivisions. You can go through them then. I was just able to read a question from Jay, I feel, which was regard to indirect tax preparation. There again, you will have FTP and customs that will have 10 marks weightage only. So what I'll suggest that do not spend much time there. That can be the last part of your IDT preparation because those subjects are vast. So do refer them, but go through the crisps only. Like Shivakumar sir, he gave brief notes, and if you watch his lectures, even that will get a lot into your head because he'll explain it in that way. And first, you can start with the GST aspect. There, GST actually there's nothing that you can leave or prioritize because it comes with a flow. You need to first go with the main definition, then come to supply, and then place of supply. Everything in that order only. If you come, that would be helpful, and that then only you will be able to understand the topics in a better manner. And yeah, make sure that if you have time at the end, go through the exemptions list also. Just have a glance maybe before the exam or once you are done preparing everything, then keep it then. Do not completely omit it, but do not get too much into it. At the end, just before the exam, if you're going to get into the center, just refer through the exemptions. There will be basic illustrations given there. Just go through them, you'll get an idea. If you are done preparing, before the exam, if you're done preparing, and if you have extra time, extra half a day or extra something, then go for the exemptions. Do not dwell on them that much, but try not to completely omit it because sometimes we completely omit the GST exemption list. So don't do that. Just breeze through them at least once.
Yeah, last 4 or 5 questions. We'll wait for another 5 minutes of time. Within that, I request you to please ask the questions fast so that she can answer it.
Hi Narayan. I was also working during my inter. Final, I left my job. So see, study plan and strategy is not something I can frame and give it to you because it will totally depend on how well you are able to work. But I can just tell you where like how focused you are during the work and how you can plan it. So maybe you need to pick the times when you are fresh and free. Maybe during the morning before work. That is something that I'll recommend, because once we get into the office, there will be other things running on, and by 6 we will be exhausted with the office work itself. So if you can make some time in the morning, then just get up a little early and do one subject in the morning, and make sure to do some at least some problem based or some MCQs in the evening or the later half of the day. Maybe not so heavy stuff in the later half of the day, and the major difficult parts in the morning. If you like SCM, or if you like the cost, any one paper that you like, or which comes a little easy to you, keep it in the evening, or maybe some easy stuff in the evening, and the difficult part and the subject where you feel that you need to be very fresh and a lot of understanding would be required, keep that in the morning. And if possible, try to get few days off before the exam. Like, make sure to get a sizable amount of leave before the exam, because I know it won't be easy. I also had difficulties in getting my leave, but we just have to communicate it to them that I did this, that you can try to communicate, if they are understanding, that you can compensate by working Saturdays or extra hours once your exams are done, but you'll need that period. If that is possible, try convincing them and getting that extra leave.
Okay, okay, madam. But actually, I am giving both. I want to give both groups on June attempt. Yeah, I also talked to my manager. He told to study 2 to 3 hours at office to carry book. Yeah, daily morning 5 to 9 o'clock I am reading 2 subjects, and evening one subject, in office one subject I am reading. Can you change any strategy, or can you tell me any plan or strategy for this?
Yeah, I feel that the plan that you are currently following is actually a good working plan, because you are giving considerable amount of time in the morning, in the between, and the evening. So I guess totally you are giving at least 6 to 7 hours. So that is a pretty decent amount of time. Just one thing that like, instead of doing two, 3 subjects or 4 subjects a day, if you are able to follow up with that, then stick to this, or else just go for two subjects a day, uh, or maximum 3. Like, you are studying in 3 intervals, so keep it. Uh, yeah, sorry, there was some issue in between. So that's one thing that you can follow. Also, I just saw another message from Jay regarding the law paper, and thank you, Jay, for for your message. Yeah, law. See, law, you need to. There will be. We have 3 sections: ethics, like the governance section. Sorry. Then we have corporate laws, which carries the maximum weightage, and then we'll have this allied laws. So what I did is I first covered corporate laws, because that was a little easy going, or I would say not easy, but very understandable topic. It was something that we had done in I had done in my college also, and so that was a little that came very easily. And then you can give good focus to governance. Governance, I studied from the main institute material. So if you are doing that, make sure that you do not go that deep into the material, because governance, I feel it was a little more basic. It was something that we all can just understand, and then we can write it on our own. It is very basic, and it comes naturally if you have general idea of how moral values should be, like of how what the values a business should follow. Just there will be few principles and pointers that you can remember here and there, and if you give 2, 3 readings to it, then governance would be a easy to remember topic, and it's a good scoring area also. So then you can do governance, and at the end you can do allied laws. Allied laws also, like, there are a lot of laws to cover, but the weightage is comparatively less there. So you can maybe you make sure that not to get too deep into the laws, like insurance law and all. The material that I was referring, it was quite detailed, but I don't feel that we needed to go that detail in allied laws. But a general idea of how they are and what their working mechanism is, what is the body governing it, would be helpful. And law, you can, if you do not get an idea of how the case studies will come, you can refer the law main institute material. I didn't refer it, but some of my friends were telling that the case study that we had was in the main, a similar one was there in the main institute material. So if you have any doubt regarding how the paper will be, maybe just once you are done with the this is for any subject. Once you are done with the preparation, at the end, just go through how the paper comes. Don't go solving it, because that would just take your time. And right now you should not be looking at solving, you should just be looking at how the pattern is, what kind of questions are. If something clicks you while you are referring it, then that's good, you are right on your preparation. If something doesn't, then go for a revision and then it will click next time.
Okay. Thank you for joining Divya for this wonderful session. Hope the students would have got ultimate benefit from that. And of course, thank you for taking the time in guiding the students in the right way. Thank you so much. Thank you,
It was
Asad, sir.
pleasure was all mine, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Astap sir, for making me to organize this particular session. Thank you so much. Thank you, participants, for the same, for attending and asking the doubts and for listening. Listening is the first step for learning. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Astap sir,
Yes, sir. We can wind up, sir.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.